I just wanted to come on and talk about the concept of stop chasing things and let them come to you. This sort of ties in a lot to the law of attraction and law of attachment, which I'll get into a little bit later in the video. But what I mean by this is when we stop chasing things, what comes to us after is not always necessarily what we want straight away, but it's what we learn that we need. And I think this is a very important factor in life to understand, because we can't go around chasing after people or things that we want. And by this, I don't mean don't fight for somebody that you love, but if they're showing you that they don't love you back, or they're proving that with their actions, and then you have to let them go. And letting them go, obviously, you're not chasing them anymore. And when you start this process, what's meant for you will come to you. And I think that in the short term, in the moment, it's hard to accept. It may be one of the hardest things anybody has to go through is a heartbreak. It's like grieving somebody that is alive, in a way. Grieving something that you guys could have had, but you don't have anymore. And when you stop chasing that person or that thing, it will bring you peace. And with peace comes a clear mind. And with that, you will get exactly what you need. This may be a lesson learned, this may be a new person coming into your life, it could be anything, right? But the universe has a weird way of working, and the path we take through life is determined by our actions and by what we allow and what we perceive. I don't think that we should chase after something that, or somebody that doesn't love us, or that is proven to us through actions that they can't be the person that they say they can be or they want to be. You have to learn to let somebody go. You're letting things be how they are, and you're letting people be how they want to be. You can't change anybody, even if you want to. You can try and try and try, and I promise you, you will drain yourself trying to change somebody. It doesn't work. I think we will all come across somebody that we want so badly, and we may be so in love with them, and they just can't treat you right. And that is a hard thing to accept, that the person we want the most and we would do anything for wouldn't do the same for us. And that hurts. And you can feel it in your chest, right? But I promise you, that person is not meant for you. And when we stop chasing that idea, when we stop idolizing them, putting them on a pedestal, our mind clears and we realize that, wow, in the future you're going to think, wow, I can't believe I let that person treat me so poorly just because I was so in love with them and I wanted them so badly. Never accept disrespect from anybody, no matter how much you love them, no matter how badly you want them. When somebody starts to consistently disrespect and let you down, that's a sign that you must cut them off. And don't chase after them. Don't run after somebody, and because I assure you, they're just looking back to see that you're still there. If they're leading you on, that's what they're doing. You know, they may act like they want you, but they just want to know that they can have you. That doesn't mean that they want you. That's just boosting their ego or adding to their ego. You don't want to do that. If you really want somebody that badly, you have to let them go. You have to detach and let them do what they want to do. Because we can't control people. We can't control their actions. We can't control what they're going to do. Because people are unpredictable. You know, one day they could be like, I love you. You're the only person I want. And the next they can cheat on you. It's that simple. People change like that. And learning to be okay with unpredictability and change is a lifelong lesson. And nobody, if you're in love with somebody, you're not just going to instantly be like, okay, fuck you, you left, I'm not going to chase you. That's not how you want to fight for your love. And there's a difference between fighting and chasing. Fighting is putting in the effort, and if you're seeing that effort back from them, good. Fight for it. Keep going. You know, get through it together. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if you're the only one putting in the effort, if you're the only one trying, that is chasing. And you're never going to get what you want from that. It's never going to turn out well for you, which is why you must stop chasing to receive what you want and what you need from the universe. And it may not necessarily seem like you want it at first and like, oh, I don't want this, I just want them. But then over time you're going to realise, wow, like this is what I need, and now I want this because I realise I deserve better. This person doesn't deserve me, and they never will. You know, if somebody has genuinely changed and shown you that through actions and not words, then cool, you may give them another chance. But as soon as you feel like you're chasing and you're putting in that effort that they're not, you gotta go. That's not healthy. That's not good for you. Keep your self-respect. Your self-respect has to be stronger than your feelings every single time, or you will never get what you want. You will never be in that healthy relationship. You gotta learn to not be okay with taking that disrespect, even if you love them. Put them in their place and let it go from there. If they change and they put in the effort for you, because you know everybody can change. Nobody's gonna stay the same throughout their entire life. We all change mainly through experience, but also just on a daily, like different things will happen and that changes you as a person. You know, we change day by day, but never accept less than what you know you deserve. Okay? And you have to have a high standard for yourself. And you have to have a lot of self-respect when going into a relationship and falling in love, because you have to realise that if you don't, then people aren't going to treat you like that. How you feel about yourself is the way people are going to treat you. If they're insecure, they're going to play on your insecurities, because that's just what people do. And don't have self-respect, then people are going to get away with what they shouldn't be getting away with. And that's not okay. That's not okay at all. So what you really have to do is, I guess, this leads back into, you know, the law of detachment. When we stop chasing things and when we let go of things is when we receive everything, basically. So, for example, say you're chasing a person and you want them so badly and you have this hold in them. As soon as you let go, it'll all come to you. Because you don't care anymore, you don't care. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Let it flow to you, and the universe will provide every single time. But you have to be patient. You know, not everything happens overnight. It may take months, it may take years in some cases, but patience is a virtue. And it's a hard thing to practice, patience, because, you know, not a lot of us have it. It's sort of a skill that you gain through time and through life. But good ways to do this are, meditation. It's a good way of practicing patience. It's being in the moment and being able to let everything just be what it is. Because at the end of the day, we can't control anything. We can change things for sure, but we can't control it. And that's something that we all have to accept. I feel like the law of attraction also applies to this a bit, as, we sort of, in a way, attract what we are. So, for example, if we're willing to chase somebody, you're going to end up chasing them. If we're not willing to chase somebody, you're simply not going to. You're going to attract people that don't want you to chase them. That if you have a high self-respect, high standards for yourself, you're going to meet somebody that meets those standards. We attract what we are. We attract the energy that we radiate. And I believe in that. And I think we should all sort of think of that mindset, or switch to that mindset, as then you can't really lose. Everything is an experience. Everything, in a way, is a lesson, even if it's hard to accept and you don't want to view it like that. The people that hurt us the most are the people that are closest to us, which is because we care, and that's human nature. We care. And when you put on this nonchalant act and, I don't want to try, I'm going to put a wall up, you're protecting yourself because you're scared. And that's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's understandable, because getting hurt and getting your heart broken is horrible. Horrible experience that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, honestly. But when we learn to put all these things together in practice, we will attract what we want and what we need, which is why you need to stop chasing and start letting things come to you, because you're going to end up getting what you need every single time. You're not going to lose. There's no losing in life, only if you view it that way. You take it as a lesson and you learn from it and you move on. Moving on is hard, and it's a long, draining process, but you're going to be a lot better for it. Thank you for listening. If you like this kind of content, drop a subscribe, because I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff like this. I hope it sort of made sense. I just wanted to share a bit of wisdom with you guys, and hopefully this resonates with at least one person. That's what I really made this channel for, for people to know that you're not alone. Basically, you're not alone, and at least one person understands and is going through the same thing. So, thank you for listening.